Welcome back. Now we can use DeepSeek R1 models 100% locally, 100% secure and private. And there's also another way to use it quote unquote locally, because it's not 100% local. We will be using Hugging Face to run the model on Google Colab. So which means we will also using Google Colab's environment to run the model, to download the model. We will not downloading any like 15, like maybe up to 400 gigabytes models to our computers. Maybe you don't have any like enough space to locally install. So that's why we can also use Google Colab to leverage the Google Colab here to see how these models work. So this is a Hugging Face page for the DeepSeek R1 for the model with 1.5 billion parameters. We can use this, and we will be using this. You can also use another models, but Google Colab has also some restrictions or limitations, unless you have the Google Colab Pro subscription. But we will be using 1.5 billion parameters for this video. So as you can see here, once I click that button and you have the link of this Google Colab in the course, you can easily just access it. So just click that button here. It will downloading the model to the Google Colab's environment. It will be not downloading this model to your local computer. It's 100% separate from your local computer. As you can see here, we have a virtual environment in the Google Colab servers right now. So I installed the 1.5 parameters too. So up to like almost 4 gigabytes here. Then I have my chatbot here. I coded a little to make it look even better, and also specified the max tokens to 5,000. I will be changing it because I asked the same riddle that I asked in the previous video about about this one, spaghetti, and about the city and everything. But because of the limitation of output, it got cut off. As you can see, the response is not 100% like complete. It just cut off because of the limitation of the output. So I will be increasing the output here to 550,000, which is not a big deal for the Google Colab. Google Colab is a great environment, and I love Google Colab. It's my favorite tool. Not favorite, maybe ID for environment for coding. So let's just run it. I was asking the same question. Let's go. Solve this. Oh, by the way, it's pretty easy to install it again. You're just gonna hit that button here. It'll be installing the model, downloading the model to Google Colab's environment. After that, you will be ready to go. Just click that button here that I just created for you, creating chatbot for you. You can ask anything you want. We can also integrate these local models to our AI applications. But you know what? The API calls is the best way for any indie hacker out there in the marketplace to create. Integrate the AI applications to their products. For example, if you create let's just say marketing products to boost the marketings of companies, you will be not using any local models unless you have like great servers and everything, great hardwares. But as an indie hacker, most likely you'll end up using just API calls, API services from these companies that they provide for us. So now we're waiting for the answer from the, as I said, we're not making any API calls right now. We downloaded the model in our local environment, which is Google Colab in this case. But in this section, you can also find the API calls here. I'm just making an API call to DeepSeek to get the responses from them. But right now, I'm not just sending any requests or anything, because like I said in the previous video too, the DeepSeek's platform has been down for like almost 2 days now. Service unavailable. We're just waiting for it. Okay, let's see the result. All right. There you go. So you can see the chain of thought here. Okay, let me try to figure this out step by step. So first, I need to figure out which city is mentioned in the clue. So he's trying to create a logical chain here to find the answers. Let's just see the answers. Paris and France. Oh yes. It's again true. I mean, it's actually Oh, let me just also see the meal. I think meal was mentioned somewhere in here, but I couldn't find it right now. But Paris and France was correct. And you can also see the thinking section of the output here. It just ends here and starts up to here, I think, somewhere around here. There you go. So the same model I'm using, but I can assure you guys, like the local one, 100% local one in my local computer was like way faster than this, because I think it's about the like Google Colab's hardware, because it's not as good as my computer's hardware. But same model, you can also utilize the other models too. That one was actually 1.5 billion parameters. You can check the other models too. Let me just show you guys where you can find it. This is the Hugging Face. Just search for Hugging Face DeepSeek, not the Colab, so just a DeepSeek, and click that. The first link just pops up here, and you'll be also seeing the models here. They also have some other Wii versions, like version 2. It's not a DeepSeek R1, but in order to use DeepSeek R1, you need to be heading to this section. You can use the 70 billion parameters. We have the 32, 14, 8, 7, 1.5. You can also use them, install them. However, I think unless you have the Google Colab Pro, which provides you more hardware, like more RAM, more GPU, and whatsoever, I think you will not able to use it locally, even though it's Google Colab. Because also another like it's also like, think of like a computer runs in a server. It's also like an environment. Unless you have the great hardware, it's will be also impossible for you to run it locally. But 1.5 billion parameters is also nice. It's almost like enough for daily tasks, for coding, for mm, anything else you're doing in your daily life. It's also sufficient enough. I think it's sufficient for you to use it, utilize it in your daily life. Okay, that was it for this video. We will be continuing with integrating R1 to our AI applications. Let's just create something beautiful together. See you in the next one.